Could missing this documentary about Lance Xavier kill you or your children? Find out tomorrow night.
Hi, I'm Lance Xavier, and do I have a deal for you?
The demo guy is slashing prices for you.
This deal is so good, you're gonna get two.
It's new, it's improved, it's second to none.
With prices this low, you'd better run.
It works like a dream, they're going fast.
Better call now, they'll never last.
You've never seen prices so low.
And you can only get them here on the Demo Guy Show.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us. I'm Todd Broadleaf. Our special story tonight is about none other than Lance Xavier, the top pitchman in the world today. Many people know him as the Demo Guy after witnessing his incredible live demonstrations and infomercials. But who is Lance? Where did he come from? How did he achieve the success he has today? This is our exclusive first look at a new documentary about Lance's life and how he became the Demo Guy.
You want to know about our Lance? Our Lance was a good boy. Of course, growing up, he didn't have many friends. He was a loner. He kept to himself.
Yeah, he didn't like games or sports.
No.
Very sheltered.
Did have the taxidermy hobby. He in the neighborhood for 4 blocks around there were no squirrels or pigeons.
Yeah, I don't think we should be talking about
No,
the
we shouldn't talk
taxidermy.
about that.
But I'll tell
It
you.
might embarrass him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he was a chronic bedwetter. I mean,
Come on.
no, really.
You don't want to talk about the taxidermy, but you bring that
Well,
up.
because that happened all the time, even when he'd get in bed with us.
Oh, Lance. Lance was amazing.
I remember the day at the yard sale. It was at a yard sale about 3 blocks from here. He found the book.
Oh, yes. Oh, that day.
That book.
That changed his
It
life.
changed his
Yeah,
life.
he was never the same after that.
Never the same. And he was obsessed with that book.
He had no life outside those demo things that he did. It's just, I mean, everything was just demo, demo, demo. When he demoed on me, it changed my world.
I was happy, honey, because he finally had something that he wanted to do.
He had something that he
I
wanted
mean,
to
that
do.
book was like...
It was everything.
It was like the gospel to him.
was like the gospel.
It had so much in there, too. Do you know what? Remember?
No, honey. Remember, we promised not to talk about the details of the book?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm
Okay.
sorry.
Okay.
I remember what he was like in high school.
Hey, Lance. How's it going? Good. How did the demonstration go today?
Oh, well, I only sold 9 Mr. Stickies and Mr. Sticky Juniors here, but you know what? I'm going to get better, and I can't wait till I actually start selling them in the stores for real. It's going to be great.
He's such a loser. I'm a spray tan technician at this really amazing, it's like organic spray tan, and it's gonna be really awesome. I would consider him one of the people that I knew best, and he spent all of his time dedicated to his work, and I was so attracted to that and driven, and it made me just want to work harder, and his touch woke me up. I changed. I became a different person. He's an amazing human being. I go in front of my mirror and I just whip out my Mr. Sticky Jr. and I think of him.
His scores dropped in school. He stopped paying attention to any schoolwork. Everything was about the demo, the sales, the pitch.
Yeah, but he was totally obsessed with it. I
He
mean,
was
it was...
obsessed.
Yeah, but you know...
He got in trouble at school. You remember Mrs. Markowitz called? I had to go down to the school. He had done it. He had made a demo for all of the kids. And he got in trouble. He was supposed to be studying social studies, a social studies class.
Yeah, but you were dealing with the teacher. I had to deal with all the parents because
yes.
he took their money.
He took
their money,
he
their
took the
lunch
kids' money,
Oh
their
my
lunch
God.
money.
Every time I looked, he was making a demo of something on his desk. I didn't know what to make of him. Never applied himself to anything. So I flunked him.
We knew that he was on his way to becoming #1.
Yeah, in just a few years, he was the best in the world.
Best in the world.
I don't like to take credit for things, but I discovered Lance. It was about 10 years ago. I was down at my local Bi-Mart picking up some petroleum jelly. I like to rub it on my knuckles before I compete in my college's competitive kite flying competitions. And so there was a little table set up, and there was Lance. I think he was selling steak knives or steak shears. I don't know, something. There were steaks. And after the set was over, you know, it was like Black Friday. You know, people were grabbing knives and running, you know, towards the register. And so I stuck around, you know, for his second set. And after he was done, you know, I came up to him. I told him, you know, my father runs an advertisement company. I was really impressed with your work. You know, would you come down tomorrow to see it? And the rest is history. You know. So yeah, I mean, if you were to go back to a single point in time that everything began, you know, it was definitely me. It was Bi-Mart, and it was the petroleum jelly.
We're so proud of our Lancey.
We're so proud that we gave birth to the demo guy.
I gave birth to him.
You always have to have the last word.
It happens all the time. Lance,